You who are currently working in a corporate call center, and those of you who have experienced this ordeal in the past, in a former call center position, will understand the trials and tribulations of that indoctrination process called call center training. For those of you who are considering working in a call center, this is an opportunity to learn what happens in the training and why it is presented in the manner in which it is. Everything is planned out precisely to teach you the fundamentals to go out and start maximizing company profit. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm focusing on call center training. Call center training is something that a lot of us have gone through who have worked in call centers. I worked in a call center recently, and training lasted for about 4 weeks. And in this time, I learned many things around what call centers, what training environments and call centers are all about. And one thing you really need to be careful of when you join a corporation that has a call center and you're in a call center position, whether you're a call center service rep or a sales agent in a call center environment, you really have to understand what you've gotten yourself into. Now, there are some good sites, some good YouTube channels that discuss call centers in depth. And one in particular is called PT Pop. And his whole foundation on his channel for the last couple years has been call centers. He has 20 years plus experience in call center environments, and his videos are very illuminating in that area. So I want to give a shout out to him. For me, the training experience at the call center I worked at was very focused. It was very well thought out, and the training was delivered in such a way that the company was highlighting all the points they needed to maximize sales through you. So we were being told only what we needed to know in order to make sales. In my case, I was a sales agent for Medicare Advantage plans. And it's a lucrative business if you sell a lot of plans. You can make a lot of money. But unfortunately, the focus was on the sale and not on the individual, not on the customer. And the intent was always sell, sell, sell. And there were contests, there were pizza parties, there were bowling nights, there were all sorts of these enticements to reward you and your team if you met, sales targets. And it was all about the money, all about the mean green. So training typically in a call center will vary anywhere from, a week or less to 6 weeks or even more. In my case, it was about 4 weeks, 4.5 or so weeks. And in that time, we learned a lot of methods for selling. We learned how to handle misgivings or uncertainties by customers. We learned how to manage rebuttals and to bring back the conversation always to the sale. We also learned through a device called the call flow, and it was referred to as the Bible by the instructor on many occasions. This call flow would take you step by step by step through every phase of your conversation with the client on the phone. And of course, the end goal was to make the sale. Now, unfortunately, when you're a brand new sales agent in a call center, you learn a little bit. In these training, throughout these training weeks, you do learn about what the business is, what the products are, and you do learn how to sell, or they try to teach you that, and you learn how to be persuasive, and you do acquire some knowledge. But that old saying, a little learning is dangerous, is no joke, because you are armed with just enough knowledge to really mess up the client, uh, because you don't have all the information. Case in point, we were told this is all about selling Medicare Advantage plans, and that's where the profit is. That's what you need to do. Currently, about 45% of all Medicare recipients are on a Medicare Advantage plan. And they choose that plan because many of them have $0 premiums and deductibles, and they offer extra benefits as well, some dental, some vision, a gym membership. And if you're, if you qualify for Medicaid, you also get grocery money, you get electrical utility money to pay your electrical bills, and so forth. So it is the right answer for some retirees. But for the majority of retirees, Medicare Advantage plans are not the right answer. The traditional Medicare with a supplemental plan is the answer for a lot of retirees. And the primary reason for it is because if you're selling an Advantage plan, yes, there are no upfront deductibles or a monthly premium that you have to worry about. But if you do have some health problems and you do need an MRI or a CAT scan or something of that nature, you will pay a copay for that. That will be in the hundreds of dollars. And each time you need a service, you'll be paying in the hundreds of dollars. And if you need surgery, you will be paying up to a maximum out of pocket, and that could be $7,500 or even more. So yes, you can learn very quickly that you can't afford to be on an Advantage plan if you're going to the doctor and having a procedure. So we didn't know that in training. We weren't even told about supplemental plans. We were just told sell Advantage plans, sell Advantage plans. And whether you're selling Advantage plans to seniors on Medicare, or whether you're at a call center, for cell phones, or a banking call center handling banking, questions and concerns and selling banking products, it's very similar. You're given a very short amount of time to learn a great deal of material, and then you're going to have to get on the phone and be as convincing as you can be to make the sale. And you better meet your targets, because if you don't, then you will, be dealt with appropriately. And in many cases, you'll be let go. So it's a high pressure, it's a tough environment to be in. And again, I do recommend you looking around on YouTube for some good call center sites. Again, I recommend PT Pop. He really has his thumb on the pulse of the whole call center mojo. So he could really tell you stories about it. But from my point of view, I want to get back to the training, because the training is, like I said, it's a little knowledge is dangerous. A little learning is dangerous. And that's something that you have to keep in mind. I don't recommend a call center job because what you're doing is high pressure, and it's the rewards just don't seem to happen. It's not equal opportunity. It's not advancement based on merit. There's just a lot of dark underbelly happenings going on in call center environments. So I just wanted to take a little bit of time today in this video to just kind of shed some light that I've went through and experienced. And, if you're especially thinking about working at a call center, I hope you can watch this video and it can help you in your decision making. Again, after I went through my training period. I didn't stay on the job for a long period of time at all. In fact, it was less than a month because I realized that I was selling a product that in many cases wasn't appropriate for the individuals that I was working with. And yet I would be punished for not selling that product. And it was just ethically wrong in my opinion, and it was just morally wrong as well. And I don't want to be associated in places and in work environments where the almighty dollar is king all the time, every day, and it justifies every decision being made. That's just not how I work, and it's not how I roll. I also left because I didn't want to get caught in a trap. It's very common now for call center corporations, as well as other corporations, to offer signing bonuses to you when you come on board. And in my case, it was a $6,000 sign-on bonus. Now, it was to be paid $2,000 up front and then $1,000 a pay period or two later, followed by another $1,000 the next pay period, and then ending up $2,000 more at the end of the preceding or successive month. So in my case, you would think, well, I would think going into it, well, that's great. I'm getting this sign-on bonus in short order. But the reality of it is you had to pay back that signing bonus if you stayed for less than a year. So in my situation, I received the first part of the sign-on bonus, the first $2,000. And then I was just about ready to receive the second one. And so I was under the gun for deciding to stay or go. And I decided to go for reasons that I just stated. And I didn't want to have to repay a bunch of money back. So I just didn't even want to get that money. So I ended up leaving right at the perfect time, and I did have to repay minus taxes that I paid out and the proration of the thing of the time. I ended up paying back about $950 of that initial payment of the sign-on bonus. So if I would have stayed just another 3 weeks, then I would have received all that $6,000 and then had to turn right around and pay the hefty majority of it back. So I just didn't want to go through that. And that's why I left a little bit quicker than I might have. I might have stayed a few more weeks. But yes, this sign-on bonus that these companies offer are traps. And if it was a true bonus, they would just give you the money with no preconditions. But that's not the case. So I wanted to explain that as well. It's something you need to look out for. Just wanted to share some experience with you around call center training, and I will see you in the next video. Please take the time to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know, are you thinking about working in a call center? Are you working in one now? Was your training similar to what I've described? Or was it a little different? Let me know, and I will see you in the next video.